I'll make sure I have these connected.
Okay, awesome. So we'll start in a chair, obviously, and just find a comfortable seat, whatever that looks like to you. And once you are in that seat, see if you can think about the top of your head just lifting up a little bit higher. You might even place one hand on top of your head and imagine the top of your head is like pressing up into your hands. So nice. And then keep that length in the spine. Let that hand drop down into your lap. And either hands resting on your thighs to start or right in the middle of your lap. See if you can soften your shoulders away from your ears. And then if it feels okay, you can close your eyes. And just take a moment to settle in. And then see if you can firmly plant your feet on the ground. Now, if your feet don't firmly touch the ground, just imagine that you have this grounding sensation underneath your feet. And take a big breath in when you're ready. And then a slow exhale out. And a few more like that, just to feel that grounding sensation. Breathe in. Ease on your exhale. If you can feel your belly expand or your chest expand as you breathe in. And then release and soften as you empty. And we'll keep that same sort of mantra, same sort of action throughout our practice together. So think about when you inhale, can you expand or make that movement a little bit bigger or longer? And then as you exhale, you relax something or you soften something. When you're ready, take your hands and just place your palms onto your thighs, like firmly, maybe spread the fingers nice and wide here to create a little more energy through the tips of the fingers. And then just take your next breath in, start to lift your chin, lift your face like you were looking up towards the ceiling. Feel the front of your throat expand. And then as you exhale, just chin to your chest. Nothing else moves. Can you keep the rest of your spine as it is? Do that one more time. Inhale to lift the chin up. And then exhale, drop the chin down. So we're starting to move the spine in all different directions, but progressively making those movements bigger. Come back to neutral, like you're looking straight ahead. And then take an inhale right here. Sit up a little bit taller. And then exhale, think about chin over to your right shoulder. So you're just looking over to the right. And then come back to center. And then look over to the left. And back to center. One more time, look over to the right. And then center, and then left. Might feel simple, but could be really impactful just to creating a little bit more mobility in the spine. And then inhale again, think about the top of your head reaching up higher. And then exhale, right ear over towards your right shoulder. You might even inch your left fingertips away from that sensation so you can elongate that line. And then back to center, and then left ear drops over to the left. Right hand can reach away from that sensation to deepen it. And then back to center. And then one more time, right ear drops over to the right. Back to center, left ear over to the left. and then back to neutral. Now we start to bring in the shoulders with that same sort of motion in all different directions. Those would be the 6 different ways we move. So on the inhale, lift your chin, lift your face. But then also, can you start to send your shoulder blades back and a little bit closer together? So it's almost like you're grazing your hands along your thighs closer to your hips. And you're drawing your elbows back to almost touch the back of your chair. And then lift your chin, lift your sternum, your chest, open up through the front. And then as you exhale, glide your fingertips towards your knees, shoulders round forward, drop your chin to your chest. So you get this nice rounding sort of cat pose action in the upper spine in between the shoulder blades. And then again, glide the hands back towards your hips, elbows back, chest lifts, chin lift. Exhale, hands glide forward, round through the spine, chin to your chest. Come back to neutral. And then start to reach your hands out and up. Take a big breath in right here. And then just nice and easy, not your biggest twist quite yet. Just start to take left hand to your left knee or left thigh, right hand to the side of your chair, and then look over your right shoulder. So you're starting to twist with the shoulders a little bit more, and then the head follows. And then inhale, reach back up, face the front, and then you'll twist to the left. Right hand drapes over, left hand can come behind you, twist through the shoulders, and then let your head follow. Look left over your left shoulder. So nice. One more time. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, twist to the left. And then reach back up on an inhale. Start to drop your right hand down. You can even grip onto your chair here and then tip your torso over to the right. Doesn't have to be your biggest stretch yet. We'll get there. And just reach through your left fingertips. And then come back up. Both hands will rise. And then drape over to the left. Just tip a little bit so you can start to feel that length through the fingertips, through the side of the body. Come up, both hands rise. One more time, you tip over to the right. And back through center. Reach both hands up on an inhale, and then exhale, tip over to the left. And back up through center. So nice. And then your hands come back down to your thighs. Take a breath in to shrug your shoulders. Take a little roll. Send them back and down. And then switch that direction. Send them back, up, forward, and down. Come to neutral. Think about length through the top of the head. Big breath in right here. Maybe even open the mouth to let a slow sigh out as you empty. And so we'll start to move a little bit more. Again, on your inhale, start to glide your hands back towards your hips. You might even then grab onto your chair and think about squeezing your elbows back so much. Then you start to lift your chest a little more, lift your chin, lift your face, make that a little bigger. And then exhale, glide your hands forward. Maybe hold on to the bottom of the chair and you round forward a little more, dropping chin to your chest. And then again, inhale, glide the hands back, elbows back, shoulders back, chest lifts, face lift. And then exhale, hands forward. You round, chin in. And you might even, as you grip onto that chair here, you might stay here for a moment and use your chair as a point of resistance to think about the back of your heart almost stretching away from your hands. So nice. And then come back up to neutral. Reach your hands out and up. Big breath in. And now you twist to the right. Left hand comes outside. Right hand can even come to the top of the back of the chair. If you have a nice high back here and it feels sturdy. On an inhale, I want you to sit up a little bit taller. And then on an exhale, see if you can twist from your navel, drawing over a little further. And then following with the head. Maybe look behind you a little bit more. And then inhale, reach hands up. Exhale, twist to the left. Same idea. So it's a little bit deeper. You have a little more momentum and a place where you can rest your hand to deepen that twist. Your choice. So then again, inhale, reach up. We'll do that one more time. Twist to the right. Inhale, back up. Exhale, twist left. Inhale, reach up. And then your right hand will drop down. And you might even let it drape here. So then you can just lean over a little more. You might drape the left arm over the head to get a bigger stretch here. If it feels good, maybe even right hand comes to that left elbow first, and then you use that as an assist. Create more space in the left side. Inhale back up through center when you're ready. And then either your left hand drapes down and you tip over to the right. Maybe you let the arm drape over the top of the head. Left hand comes to your top elbow. And then maybe you create a little bit of an assist here. Nice, and you'll come back up. If you want that one more time, go for it. If not, let it go. Just come back to stillness. And then bring your hands to your thighs when you're ready. In neutral again, shrug your shoulders as you breathe in. Draw them back and down. Softly exhale. And close your eyes again for a moment. Just reconnect with your feet firmly on the ground. Come back to your breath. You might even bring one hand to your belly and one hand to your chest. Taking a full breath in to feel that expansion. And a full exhale out to empty. And do that 2 more times. See if you can even breathe in for the count of 3. And then breathe out for your count of 3. 2 more like that. In and expand. And exhale to land the ground down. Find some ease. So nice. Once you're ready, let your hands come back to your thighs. Palms press down, fingertips spread apart. And then you might even start to then glide your seat just a little bit further forward so you have a little bit more mobility in your legs, right? So you can sit up just a little bit taller. You're not really that far back in your chair, but you're at a place where you still feel supported by the chair behind you. And then start to reach your arms out and up. Take a big breath in. So nice. And then as you exhale, start to think about folding forward. I'm going to separate my feet a little bit wider apart just to make space for my belly, but you can take what makes sense for you and your body. And then you just reach down and then start to bring your hands to your shins or your knees and think like a flat back. So think about your chest, your sternum drawing forward. You might even look forward to encourage that to happen. And then exhale to fold back down. You get to round through the spine. And then inhale to reach the arms up overhead. Palms might even touch here. You can even look up. And then exhale, bring your hands together at your heart. So just linking movement with breath. We'll take 2 more rounds like that. Inhale, reach up, breathe in. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, hands to your knees or your shins, flat back, chest forward. Exhale, refold, empty out. Inhale, reach all the way up, look up, maybe palms touch. And then exhale, hands come together at your heart. So nice to match movement with breath. Do that one more time. Inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale to fold forward. Inhale, hands to your shins or your knees. Exhale, refold. Inhale, reach up. And hands come together to your heart center. Take one breath in. Big breath out. Oh, nice. And then let your hands return to your thighs, that place of grounding. Just for a moment, take a breath in, maybe then glide your fingertips forward and start to round through the spine. Now that you have a little bit more space here, I want you to hold on to your knees and the back of your heart can lean back. So you get a little bit more of a stretch. Your chin can draw down through your chest. And then like before, you'll glide your hands back towards your hips. Maybe hold onto the chair. The elbows go back. The chin lifts. The heart lifts. Openness in the chest. And then you come back to neutral. So we're going to work with that same sort of motion. We're going to incorporate the arms, eagle arms, a little bit more. So reach the arms out to the side here. Take a breath in to send the back of your hands behind you. Think about the chest opening, maybe the chin lifting. And then as you exhale, bring the right arm on top of the left, like you're giving yourself a hug. Hopefully you can see okay here. Yeah, so it's like you inch your fingertips a little bit closer towards your upper back, towards your shoulder blades. And now you'll keep the arms like this. Take a breath in. Think about lifting the elbows, lifting the chin, lifting the face. And then keep the hands as they are. Start to round forward. And then maybe you feel a different stretch using your hands as in like almost an assist to pull the shoulder blades apart. Sometimes I like to like rock side to side here too, to like notice all the little spaces that might feel stagnant or stuck. So nice. And then you'll come back up and we'll do that on the other side. So take the arms out wide, almost like wings, and you'll take your hands behind you, lift your chin, lift your sternum. And now you'll come to that hug, but your left arm will wrap on top of the right. Stand up tall on an inhale, lift elbows, lift chin, lift face. And then exhale to round forward, almost pull that upper back, that space apart. If you want, again, a little bit of movement here, of course, take what you need. And then come back up. You'll take the arms out. And then just give them a break. Bring them down along your sides. Maybe take a few shoulder rolls, both directions. Lots of shoulder, upper back work today. And then come back to neutral. So one more time, you'll take the arms out like a T. Now this time, I want you to make the letter X. Take your right arm over the left, like you're making the letter X here. Yes. And then you'll lift the fingertips up. Now you can choose to wrap the arms, the hands together here, like eagle arms. Now, if that feels like too much, just tap the shoulders. Both are an option. Now, take a breath in. See if you can drop your shoulder blades a little bit more down your back. So think shoulders away from your ears. Now, from there, lift elbows, lift forearms, lift face, like you were coming into sort of like a cow pose in the spine. And then exhale, bring your elbows forward, almost towards your knees. And then you round. Different sensation. You'll come back up on an inhale. Unravel the arms, take them wide apart. And then you'll make the X with the left arm over. Sit up tall, lift the fingertips. Maybe wrap the hands like so, or tap the shoulders with the hands. Take a breath in to drop the shoulder blades down, but lift the elbows, lift the hands, lift the face, and then exhale to round. And you'll come back up. You get to unravel that all, maybe even take the hands behind you onto the chair. This might feel nice. Think elbows back, shoulder heads back, sternum lifts. chin lifts. And then you'll release. Come back to center. And if you want, you can even take a roll of the shoulder, but incorporate the arm in both directions. So I like to do one at a time. So maybe just take the right arm, take a few circles, reaching back, up, forward, and then you'll switch directions. Reach back, down, forward, and up. Just a few different times. And come back to neutral. Take the other hands in both directions. About 3 or 4 in each direction, just so you feel like kind of like work that joint out on both sides. Maybe take a few shoulder rolls, shrug, shrug, shrug. Awesome. And then you might readjust your seat if you need to. We'll do a little bit of hip work here. That's okay. You're just going to hug your right knee in a bit, maybe take a roll of the ankle in both directions. Wake that up since you've been sitting. And then you'll find a figure 4 cross. So you'll cross the right ankle just right above the left knee. And then you'll encourage that right knee. You don't want to press too hard on it, but you don't want it like up so high, right? Like if we can create a little bit more space in the torso, sit up nice and tall and flex through that right foot if you can. Make it active. I like to even bring my hand to the sole of my foot to remind it to stay active. And just sitting like this might be enough for your outer hip to feel that stretch, and you can stay just being upright in the spine. Or if you'd like to deepen that stretch, think about tipping your whole torso forward. So not rounding so much, right? Like we would in cat pose, but think about leading with the sternum to tip the heart or bring and encourage the heart to come forward. And as a result, your hip joint just tips forward a bit more. Stay here wherever you are. Full breath in. Full breath out. And you'll come back up. You'll take that leg forward, take it straight forward if you can. Again, a roll of the ankle, both directions, spanning of the toes. And then you'll set that foot back down. And you'll hug the left knee in. And start to create that figure 4. See if your sit bones can be even on your chair, right? So if you feel like your left hip is lifting up, maybe come out of that a little bit and maybe even tip your heart back a bit to lessen that angle in the left hip. But sit up nice and tall if you can. Stay here, or again, lead with your heart forward to intensify that stretch. You're not here too long, but see if you can use this as an opportunity to revisit your breath. Breathing in to expand. Breathing out to soften. And just 2 more like that. Breathe in and out. So nice. Inhale and exhale. And you'll sit back up. Take that left leg long in front of you. Maybe let it float. And you can roll the ankle both directions. Give that a little bit of love. Fan out the toes. A little extra on the side. And then you'll set the left foot down. And if you'd like, you can stay towards the edge of the seat, or if it's more comfortable for you to come to just more of a neutral position in the middle of the chair with your back even supported, if you can. We're going to take our like relaxation here on the chair. So make sure you get comfy, and maybe that means you let the back of your low back or even your upper back, depending on the height of your chair, of course, rest on the back. Just find a comfortable sort of position. And then consider flipping your palms up towards the ceiling. Just see what happens whenever you find that rotation of the arm. You might notice that encourages the collarbones to open up a little more. Again, feel grounding underneath your feet. You might even close your eyes. Return to your breath. Take a long inhale. Calming exhale. Again, breathe in and out. See if you can bring your awareness to your toes, to the bottom of your feet, to your ankles, and allow them to just gently soften and relax. And continuing to scan the body, up the legs, the lower legs, front and back, to the knees, to the upper legs. Notice if you're gripping or holding tension. And give them permission to soften, to release, to relax. And bring your awareness to your hips, to your pelvis, to your belly, even to your low back. Give them permission to soften, to find ease, and relax. Feel awareness to your upper back, to your chest, and your shoulder, to your upper arms, all the way down to your elbows, and down to your wrists, and the palms of your hands, down the tips of your fingers. Even for a moment, can you encourage your upper body here to soften, to release something, and to relax? Bring your awareness to the muscles in your neck, in your jaw, and even the features of your face. Allow them to soften, to find a bit of ease, release, and relax. And just a few more moments here, giving yourself permission to be just as you are. And allow your next breath in to be just a little bit bigger than the last. And notice your breath flow in and out, but with a sense of ease. And ever so gently, maybe start to find a little bit of movement in the fingers and the toes, maybe even the head and the neck. And then coming up to sit nice and tall, similar to how you started, just enough to sit up tall. Either stay here with the hands or bring your hands together right in front of your heart. Just taking a moment to honor yourself for showing up, for creating space in your day to create a little bit more space or a lot more space in your body, maybe even space in your mind. And take a breath in, big breath out. Even if you choose to, bring your thumb tips to the center of your forehead, maybe even lift your chin, lift your face. Namaste.